Hello students, welcome all. Our today's topic is ecosystem. So let's start. What is our environment made up of? The answer is the environment consists of plants, animals, microorganisms, we humans. Okay? And along with these living creatures, there are non-living components also. It is sun, soil, nutrients, minerals, water, air, gases, vapors. Okay. These living components and the non-living components together makes our environment. Okay. Now students, what happens in our environment? These components, these living components and the non-living components, they interact with each other. Okay. Now how do they interact with each other? Means we living creatures make the use of these non-living components for our survival. Okay, in this way we interact with each other, we are dependent, we are related with each other. Okay.
To understand the interrelationship interaction in our ecosystem, let's take one example. Okay, the plants uses the solar energy from the sun and produces their food through photosynthesis. Again, these plants releases oxygen and uses the carbon dioxide and balance the proportion of gases in atmosphere. Then we can take the example of water cycle. Water movement takes place above and below the surface of the earth, and this enables the availability of water for all living organisms and regulate the weather pattern. And plants and animals uses the abiotic factors and also excretes it. In this way the interaction continues.
And these interactive organisms with their non-living components forms an ecosystem. So what we can say, what is ecosystem? An ecosystem is an community of living organisms in conjunction with the non-living components of their environment. Or we can say that it is the community of the living things interacting with their non-living components in the environment. Okay. As we have said that the living components and the non-living components, they interact with each other in our environment. So the two main components of the ecosystem are the biotic factors and the abiotic factor. All the living things are the biotic factors and all the non-living things, they are the abiotic factors. Okay, these two are the main components of the ecosystem. Okay. Now students, in our ecosystem we are interdependent on each other. Okay, we are dependent on each other for our existence. Okay, and the energy flows. There is a continuous energy flow in our ecosystem from one organism to another organism. Okay, so living organisms on the basis of their mode of nutrition, okay, they are classified under three categories. Okay, they are producers, consumers and the decomposers. So first we will see who are the producers. The organisms which produces their own food through photosynthesis are the producers. Example, all green plants and blue-green algae, they are the examples of the producers. Then consumers. Who are the consumers? The organisms which depends on the another organism for their food. They are called as the consumers. Okay. Examples are all the heterotrophic organisms are the consumers. Okay. Now students, these consumers are again further categorized. Okay. They are further divided as carnivores, omnivores and parasites. Who are the herbivores? The organisms which depends on only plants, which feeds on only plants are the herbivores. Examples are grasshoppers, squirrel elephant, rabbit and deer. They are the herbivores. Okay, they feeds on the plant. Then carnivores. They only feed on the animals. The organisms which feeds on only the animals are the carnivores. Example are frog, owl, fox, lion, tiger. They are the example of the carnivores. Then omnivores. Omnivores are the organisms which feeds on both plants and animals. Example, we humans, bear, they are the examples of the omnivores. Okay, then parasite. The parasites are the organisms which depends on the living organisms, means they take their nutrition from the living organisms. Okay, live organisms. Example, the lice, the ticks, the mosquitoes, they are the examples of the parasite. Then the third organism is the decomposers. Okay, now who are the decomposers? The organisms which depends on, which feeds on the dead materials, dead plants, dead animals. They are the decomposers. What do? They break the complex substances into the simple substances, into the simple soluble substances which can be easily absorbable. Okay, so examples are bacteria and the fungi. They are the decomposers. In our ecosystem, the interaction goes on continuously between the producers, the consumers and the decomposers. Okay, means there is a continuous flow of energy in the ecosystem. Okay, for example, we give something and get back something in return. Okay, we will take an example. Example is the grass. Okay, now this grass is a producer. What this grass will do? This grass will take the energy from the sun and it will produce its own food. Okay, then this grass is eaten by the grasshopper, and then this grasshopper is consumed by the frog, and then this frog is eaten by the snakes, and then the snake is eaten by the eagle, and when the eagle dies, it is decomposed by the fungi and bacteria and mix it in the soil and makes the soil fertile, and this fertile soil provides the nutrients to the grass. Okay, means this is a continuous cycle, means the energy is passing from one organism to the another organism. Okay, in our ecosystem, and this has formed a cycle has been formed here, and this chain is called as the food chain. Okay, so what is food chain? The chain of transfer of food energy from one organism to the another organism through a series of steps called as the trophic level is called as the food chain. Okay, means there is a continuous flow of energy in the ecosystem, means from the sun to the producer, from producer to the primary consumer, from the primary consumer to the secondary consumer, from secondary consumer to the tertiary consumer, and so on. Okay. Now see students, this food chain is interdependent. Okay, and this interdependent system, this system of interdependence of the food chain is called as the food web. Okay, again we will take one example. Whether the lion only feeds on the rabbit or it has again many more options for consumption. Yes, the lion has again many more options in our environment, in our ecosystem. The organisms, they feeds on various organisms for their energy. Okay, feeds on the different species of organism for energy. Okay, means there is a network of food chain. Okay, and this is called as the food web. For example, this grass can be eaten by the rabbit, and also the deer also consumes the grass. Again, the rabbit can be eaten by the wolf, and the deer can also be eaten by the wolf. Again, further, this lion can eat the deer, and this lion can also consume the rabbit. Okay, but this lion can also consume the wolf. Means there is a network of food chain has been formed, a web has been formed, a network has been formed. Means here a web has been formed, a network has been formed. So what we can say here, what is a food web? A network of food chain by which the nutrients and the energy are passed on from one species of living organism to the another species is called as the food web. Okay. See students, there is a mutual cooperation between us, between all the components in the ecosystem. Okay, and each and every component is very important. So students, what we should do, we should respect each and every component of our environment, of our ecosystem. Okay.
So, this was all about our today's topic. I hope you all have understood it. Thank you.